Whole person.
Yeah, personality profiler Dr. Levak back this morning. Always great to see you. And we are talking a little bit more about hopefulness.
Yes.
Yeah? And why that is so important to be successful in every aspect of our lives.
That's absolutely true. A recent article actually in the Wall Street Journal outlined a number of studies that showed that people who are hopeful have less colds. They suffer from diabetes less. They have less depression. Couples who have a shared hopeful dream have happier marriages. So in terms of emotions, being hopeful is a very important emotion, not only for your health, but to keep you motivated towards your goals.
So there has to be a distinction, though, because there's optimism and hopefulness. Those are two different things.
Yes, they are. That's a great question. Optimism is this belief that no matter what, things will work out. Hopefulness involves having a goal and believing that you can make things happen. It's a belief in yourself that you have agency, that you can...
That you have the power.
That you have the power.
Okay, so just being positive in general just means I'm throwing it up into the sky. I think it's all going to work out.
But
exactly.
Being hopeful is knowing that there is some good that you can do.
And that you have control over your life to some degree.
Right.
Right.
So,
okay.
so that it's not just believing, oh, it's all going to work out, because that sometimes doesn't work out.
Right.
But it's constantly believing that I have the power to change my life or to make better things happen for me.
To make a difference even in others, too,
To
right?
make a difference for others, to have some goals and dreams and a belief in myself. So researchers have been examining hopefulness and have found that it can be actually taught. But there are some components to it. One is having people you can count on. Just having somebody in your life that you trust. Also, being inspired by others. If you're willing to be inspired, that increases hopefulness. And the other one is a belief in the goodness of life, a higher power, and a belief that ultimately good can happen.
Good will always prevail, or that at least there's an inherent goodness in all things.
Exactly.
Is that fair
yes.
to say? I think it's also important to ask, can you be too hopeful? Is there such a thing? I mean, I don't think you can be too positive. So do you think
can you be too hopeful?
Well, that's an interesting question. I think probably no. As long as you are making plans and you are willing to believe that I can do it.
So you're taking that power component we were talking about.
Yes, that's the most important
it.
thing, right. What you can't do is just be blindly optimistic, believe things will work out. You have to include your own ability.
Your contribution.
Your contribution. That's the critical element.
And also, you know, there's a lot of people who aren't hopeful.
Yes.
And can this be taught? Can this be taught to children? Can this be taught to people
Yes.
just to be more hopeful?
And how?
Yes. A study at Santa Clara University with 96 students found that if you put them in a group and make them come up with a difficult goal, and then sit down and think about all the difficulties involved in getting there, and then thinking through how to solve those problems, later they become more hopeful, because it teaches them that if I problem solve rather than give up, that increases hope. And be around hopeful people.
Yes.
We learn from people who are busy planning and doing things and who are hopeful. It teaches us. And do believe in a higher power.
It's tough in this day and age, you know, we see things all the time, but, you know, that is some good advice.
That is great advice. Dr. Levak, thank you so much.
Yes.
I feel a little more hopeful. Do you at home? I think I do.